Om Gurubhyo Namah. Today is Guru Purnami, the auspicious day on which we pray to the feet of our Guru, because heaven for a disciple is at the feet of the Guru. The feet of the Guru, they give us the transmission, a transmission which transforms our life, which allows us to spiritually awaken and grow. That power is at the feet of the Guru. So the most important place for a disciple or for a pupil in a spiritual awakening journey is to be there at the feet of the Guru. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about what is the difference between a genuine Guru and that Guru which is fake or who's limited in their ability to transmit power to the disciple. And how does the disciple or pupil feel in the presence of such a Guru? And how do you identify who is the right Guru for you? Guru is the one who brings us out of the cycles of life and death. Guru need not be a physical Guru. Many a times this is a higher being from a higher astral dimension. So many have astral gurus. These astral gurus visit us in visions, in dreams. When we are in deep meditative states, we generally see a pair of eyes which are beautifully decorated. Initially, we only see the outline of the eyes, but then as time progresses, we start to see distinctly eyes which are either masculine or feminine. If you see female eyes, a pair of female eyes, then your Guru is female. And if you see a pair of male eyes when you are in deep meditation, then your Guru is a male Guru. So a Guru is somebody who dispels darkness from within us, who can show us light. We can have one or more gurus in our spiritual awakening process. Some people just walk into our life to take us to a particular point. Thereafter, they don't have much to offer to us, and then we move on to the next person. All these gurus are required by us because they teach us different aspects of the spiritual awakening process, but there is this one guru in whose footsteps you walk and you become like him or her. That is your real Guru. And that real Guru will come to you when you are ready to receive that Guru. So, as I said, that pair of eyes which you see in deep meditation, especially after you have had Shaktipat transmission or you are having Kundalini symptoms, that Guru is the Guru who will take you along with them on the spiritual path, and you should not leave the hand of this Guru. I made a video earlier on the 7 levels of initiation in a top-down awakening process. In case you have not watched that video, I'll post the link to that in the description box below. Please watch it. So when you're in generally the second or third level, you will see the pair of eyes of your Guru. And when you reach generally the 6th level of initiation, 6th to 7th level of initiation, you will actually see your Guru's entire form, how they look, what they wear. You will see their entire form in your third eye, or you will visit them in the astral realm if in case they are not physically present on earth. You will take their blessings and you will be able to see them constantly in your third eye thereafter. So their presence is always there in your life. The Guru is higher than even parents. Even parents cannot match the love Guru has for the disciple. The Guru's love is unconditional. If there is something very unconditional, very pure, when you think of it in the form of love, then it is the love of a guru. A guru who is enlightened. I'm talking about the gurus who are very powerful, who are very spiritually awakened, who are totally enlightened beings. These gurus, they have the capacity to love unconditionally. Their very presence is healing. And when you have this guru's presence in your life, you are constantly drenched in the unconditional love of your guru. And this attention and love of the guru, it will help you to reach heights in your spiritual awakening process. And you just walk that same path as your guru and become as enlightened as your master. So generally people, they visit a lot of spiritual gurus, they want initiation or they want diksha. The guru, you will see that every guru has their own personality. Some are the kind who have given up on daily comforts, and then you will see some gurus who are living a normal life, but yet they have a very high level of uh, spiritual strength within them. Now, how the guru lives, what are their practices? I mean, the guru's practices, it depends on the lineage the guru comes from. A tantric guru will live a normal family life. They're well dressed, they look good. But then you have other kinds of gurus who are into sannyas, but they have taken sannyas. So such gurus have no family. So gurus can be different, varied, depending on the tradition they follow. And every guru follows their own guru's tradition. So the tradition is an unbroken lineage, a transmission that comes from guru to the next generation of guru to the next generation of guru, and then it goes on to the disciple. Now, the guru can be anywhere in the spiritual process. Some gurus have not yet completed the process. For some people, when they have a Kundalini awakening, the Kundalini, the way it operates is mysterious, and sometimes some people can have deflected risings. That is, the Kundalini goes up into the brain, but it has not reached the Brahmarandra, this part, but it has still reached the brain. And such people also have high capability and they also become gurus even without the process completing in their body. So even such people can transmit power, and there are people who undergo a top-down awakening, spiritual awakening to certain level. When they reach a certain level in the spiritual awakening process, they are capable of transmitting or doing Shakti path to anybody who's interested or enthusiastic in receiving it. So the power of transmission of the Guru depends on how much they are evolved. No two gurus have the same power to transmit. The enlightened master has a higher power to transmit and to change and to affect the disciple's field when compared to a guru who is of average spiritual power. In the connection that we have with our guru, if our guru is ego based, because when we are not totally spiritually awakened, the ego still hangs on. So when you see that there is a guru who has high power ability, that is, they have the power to transmit effectively Shakti path to others, but they themselves are still holding on to a lot of egoic baggage. You can see that they have this identity that I am the guru, I am superior, I want to dominate. That is the kind of attitude that is there. And they are gurus who ill-treat their disciples. Such gurus, they can have motives, they can be limited in their ability to transmit or give Shakti path. But when the disciple is approaching such a guru, the disciple is opening up to receive. What happens is a disciple has to submit himself or herself to the guru. If you do not submit or surrender to the guru, you cannot receive. The one who is closed cannot receive. The one who resists cannot receive grace. So here we have to invariably open up our field to receive the blessings of our Guru. We have to submit ourselves, surrender ourselves. When we are doing this, oxytocin gets released in our body. Oxytocin is a hormone or a neurotransmitter which, when it gets released in our body, we are eager to bond. We are eager to open up, to submit ourselves to something higher or something which we respect when we do it willingly. And here, if the Guru is the kind who is not an enlightened master, who has motives, who has not conquered his own inner darkness, this Guru, when you are in the presence of such a Guru and you have opened up your field to that Guru can easily exploit you. Maybe there is a level of transmission also happening there, but then after the entire meeting with the Guru, you will come out feeling very energetically drained, more confused. You will not feel good about yourself. You might feel exploited because there are Gurus who sexually exploit their disciples. There are Gurus who give false hopes to their disciples and financially loot their disciples, cheat their disciples. Now, when the disciple opens up, the disciple is releasing oxytocin. And if the Guru has motives or intentions which work against the disciple, instead of uplifting the disciple creates a trauma bonding with the Guru. This can make the disciple feel drained or exploited or confused. There is no clarity when the disciple meets the Guru and returns. There is more confusion than clarity. And even in the presence of the Guru, that peaceful state of connecting with the Guru is not experienced by the disciple. But when the Guru is an enlightened master, and when the disciple opens up to such an enlightened master, the submission of the disciple, it integrates the spiritual fabric of the disciple. And the disciple's body vibration level starts increasing. There is more clarity. The disciple knows what is happening with him. The Guru is able to answer the questions of the disciple. Generally, in a spiritual awakening process, there's a lot of confusion. We don't know what is happening with us because the experiences that we have in our body, they are something different than any normal person would experience. Any person who has not had the spiritual awakening process, they cannot answer these questions. The Guru must be capable of answering your questions and telling you what is happening. The Guru has their own way of testing you because in many lineages, the disciple has to prove their worth. So the Guru might be very strict in the way he or she tests their disciples. Many a times, disciples are put through very difficult emotional tasks. Some are put through public shame to see whether they can cope with the situations or not. Because it is very important that the spiritual power, this power, when it gets transmitted to somebody else, that person should have a higher sense of responsibility. When people have personality disorders, when they receive such spiritual powers, they generally use it for bad means. So it is the Guru's responsibility to make sure that the disciple has the worthiness of receiving higher spiritual grace, and that the disciple will not misuse the information or use it to lower the consciousness of people or lower the consciousness of earth. So hence the Guru is very careful on as to whom they will pass on the spiritual traditions, especially the power that resides in the mantra. Gurus are very careful. They will not give you mantra transmission easily. They test you thoroughly before you can receive any mantra transmission from them. So it is very important that you see how you feel around the Guru and then decide whether you want to submit yourself to the Guru or not. The Guru should only have the welfare of the disciple at his or her heart. When the Guru is like this, then alone you should submit yourself completely. Now, I spoke about mantra chanting and how the Gurus will only uh, give you a mantra diksha or initiation into a particular mantra when they trust that you will work with that mantra safely and you will not misuse it. So, such a guru who has reached that kind of heights, you will notice that such a person is very open hearted, they're very loving and compassionate, in the sense that they use all their power to bring things into unity. People can use their power in two ways. One is to break things. Such people who go around breaking things are full of hatred, envy. They have no sense of responsibility. They can cheat, they can lie, manipulate. And on the other hand, you have people who take things that have shattered and they unify them. They bring them back to life. They can take bits of somebody who is in pain, unify those bits and make them feel whole. This is what a enlightened guru does. And such a guru is open hearted. But they're very careful and they qualify the disciple before they can trust the disciple. So, majorly, they will see if the disciple has a personality or not, a good personality. So, you have to understand that if the guru is enlightened and if there is a particular deity that this guru is connected with, it could be any deity, it could be goddess Kali, it could be goddess Tara, it could be Durga, it could be Shiva, it could be Vishnu, it could be Ganesha or Bhairava or Bhairavi. So if this guru has done the mantra chanting for a specified number of times, like a sadhana, and they have achieved the blessings of that deity, they have made a connection with the deity, and the deity's energy is flowing through this guru. And when you connect with such a guru, even if that guru is not giving you the mantra transmission, because I said earlier, gurus will not give you mantra transmission just like that, because they need to qualify you. But then, even if you're not meeting the guru, maybe you're seeing this guru on some online platform, or maybe you've seen a picture of that guru, or maybe you've just spoken to that guru over phone, or you have seen that guru outside, been in the presence of the guru for a while. If that deity's energy, which is there in the guru's field, that deity's energy blesses you because you have opened up. It is very important that you open up and surrender. If you are not ready to receive, then you will not receive it. But when you open up, the inner alchemy in your body, it is now coherent with your idea. You have an idea to grow, transform spiritually, There is a coherence between your inner alchemy and your mental thought. And this will open up your field where you surrender to the Guru's presence, even if it is online, even if it is a photograph, or even if it is the Guru's teachings in a book. When you open up in a way, you are opening up to the energy of the deity to which the Guru is connected. When you make a sankalp or mental resolution to receive the divine's grace through this Guru as the instrument of that grace, the grace will come to you through that Guru, and you can start the mantra chanting of the deity. And you will see certain things or signs which will affirm this. Say if the Guru is connected to goddess Tara, when you surrender to the Guru, you are opening up your field to the energy of goddess Tara. And you will receive Shaktipat transmission through the Guru. Even when the Guru is just normally talking, the Guru is not giving you any Shaktipat directly, but even in such a scenario, you will receive Shaktipat transmission by the mere presence of the Guru. Even if it is in a photo form, even if it is a voice of the Guru or the writing of the Guru, you will receive Shaktipat transmission through that. And how do you know that you have received Shaktipat transmission like that? First thing is, you will see a lot of animal symbols in your dreams. For example, every deity is connected to an animal, animal consciousness. For example, with Ganesha, you will see a mouse. So when you see mouse in your dreams, it will, in case you have met a saint who is more connected to Ganesha, then it will come out as a mouse. If your guru is connected to goddess Durga, then it will come out in the form of a tiger or a lion. So you will see these animals which are connected to that deity in your dream states first. And then you will see that you have increased body vibration. Your desire to do that sadhana increases. You want to do it. Then you will see the deity in your dreams also, or the deity keeps appearing in your visions. It's like you have made a connection to the deity. And if you're very receptive and you've already reached a level of spiritual uh, vibration in your body, then you will receive Shakti Path. Once you receive the Shakti Path, it feels like something is coming onto your body, a kind of, you can call it something like air is coming onto you, but this air is not like the air which is of earthly quality. This feels like an otherworldly sound. We call this as prana, pranic dissension, life force. It feels electrical in nature. That is descending onto you. And once you receive that Shakti path, either in dream, sleep, or in the wakeful states, and when the Shakti path is happening, you feel a connection to the deity, then you can take up the mantra of the deity and you can start chanting it on your own, and you will be able to master that mantra and make the connection to the deity, and then you will spiritually progress in that path. So here, the Guru, the Guru's role as an instrument, the instrument of the Guru. The Guru is an instrument when there is no ego, when the lower egoic identity with things that happened in his life, once all those things cut away, the Guru's way of looking at life is now from the point of being a universal being. When a person reaches that level in the spiritual awakening process, they can become a guru. And because the ego within them has gone so much into the background that it is just there so that person can function in that body. And most of the time, they are living either from their heart or they're living from the level of knowledge or from the level of service. When somebody is living like that and their container has been cleansed of all the lower emotional things, the chakras are open and active to become the instrument of Shakti or the divine power. And the divine power uses their body as an instrument and flows out into the world. Even if you are not seeking moksha from cycles of life and death, you can still benefit from the blessings of a master. The blessings of the master can show you the truth and it can remove all the unwanted things in your life, all that things which are false and which keep you in the cycles of life and death. Those things they get removed by the grace of Guru, and then you are capable of seeing your inner light.